Good morning everyone. Welcome to Narana live classes. Today we are going to discuss revision assignment number 4 based on quadratic equations. Let us start with question number 1. Check whether the following equations are quadratic or not. Here we have two questions in this. We have to check it out whether it is quadratic or not. So let us start with the solution of the first one. 2x plus 1 into 3x plus 2 is equal to 6 into x minus 1 into x minus 2. So now on further multiplication, 2x into 3x, that is 6x square plus 2x into 2, 4x plus 3x into 1, 3x plus 2, 2 into 1 into 2 is 2 is equal to here 6 into x square minus 2x minus 1 into x minus 1 into minus 2, that is plus 2. So here it will be 6x square plus 4x plus 3x, 7x plus 2 is equal to 6x square minus 2x minus x is minus 3x into 6 minus 18x plus 12. So on further calculation part, 6x square and 6x square on either side gets cancelled in this. So we will be left with, when you bring this x minus 18x plus 12 to the LHS part, so it will be 18x minus 12 plus 7x plus 2 equal to 0. From here you are going to get it as 18x plus 7x is 25x minus 10 equal to 0. So if you observe this properly here we can see that we don't have x square term in this. That means since we don't have x square term in this, it is not a quadratic equation. Right. Now coming to the second one. So when you simplify the second one right now, that is 16x square minus 3, 16x square minus 3 is equal to 2x plus 5 into 5x minus 3. 2x plus 5 into 5x minus 3. So on simplifying this part right now, 16x square minus 3 is equal to 2x into 5x, 10x square minus 6x plus 25x minus 15. On further simplification, bringing all the terms to the LHS part, 16x square minus 3 minus 10x square minus 6x plus 25x will be plus 19x. Plus 19x comes to this side becomes minus 19x and minus 15 comes to here becomes plus 15 equal to 0. So on simplifying, the further simplification, we are left with 16x square minus 10x square is 6x square minus 19x plus 12 equal to 0. Here we can see the equation what we got right now, it is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Hence the second one is a quadratic equation. So second one comes under quadratic. As we got the value as 6x square minus 19x plus 12 equal to 0. Now coming to the next question. Find the roots of the following quadratic equation by factorization method. So with the help of the factorization method you have to find out the roots of this. So first, what is our given equation? Root 2 x square plus 7x plus 5 root 2 equal to 0. Now multiply first and last term including sign. Root 2 into root 2 is 2, 2 into 5 is 10. So 10x square. Now you have to take out the factors in such a way, when you multiply you must get 10x square and when you add you must get the middle term. So that is 7. So we'll get the factors as 5x and 2x. Okay. Now if you observe the factors here, 5x and 2x, if you take both as positive, you will when you multiply them by taking as positive, you will get 10x square. Even if you take both as negative also, we are going to get positive 10x square only. So how to decide the sign of this? See the sign of the middle term. Sign of the middle term is plus, so keep the plus for both of these cases. Since I want plus 10x square. So now in the place of 7x, substitute these values. That means root 2x square plus 5x plus 2x plus 5 root 2 is equal to 0. From here take out x common, so I will be left with root 2x plus 5 plus here, from here take out root 2 common. So 2 can be written as root 2 into x. So take out one root 2 outside, you will be left with root 2x plus 5 equal to 0. So now when you take out the bracket term which is common here, so root 2x plus 5. On taking this common part, left over will be written in the brackets as x plus root 2 equal to 0. Now on equating them individually, what we are going to get is root 2x plus 5 equal to 0. Root 2x plus 5 equal to 0, or we have x plus root 2 equal to 0. X plus root 2 equal to 0. So from here, root 2x is equal to minus 5. From this, x is equal to minus 5 by root 2. We have one value of x here. On further simplification of this part, it will be x plus root 2 equal to 0. So x is equal to minus root 2. So therefore, the values of this x are minus 5 by root 2 and minus root 2. So this is the method, that is factorization method. Now coming to the next question. Find two consecutive positive integers, sum of whose squares is 365. So we have to take two consecutive positive integers. So let the positive integer be, let the two consecutive positive integers be x and x plus 1. Two consecutive positive integers be x and the next one will be x plus 1. So here it is mentioned clearly, sum of whose squares is 365. So that means x square plus x plus 1 whole square is equal to 365. Now let us simplify this part right now. It will be x square plus, apply a plus b whole square formula, x square plus 2x plus 1 is equal to 365. Right? On further simplification of this part, it will be 2x square plus 2x plus 1 minus 365 equal to 0. From here, I will be left with here 2x square plus 2x minus 364 equal to 0. Take out 2 common. So on taking out 2 common, I will be left with x square plus x minus 182 equal to 0. Okay. So now the next step here, it will be x square plus x minus 182 equal to 0. So when you multiply this, we have to find out the value of x again by factorization. So multiply first and last term. I will be left with minus 182 x square. So I have to find out the factors of 182. It is 14x and 13x. 13 4s 52, 13 1s 13 plus 5, 18, right? So 14x minus 182x square is 14x and 13x. Now here I have minus, so out of these two, one will be plus, one will be minus. So that will be decided by seeing the sign of the middle term. Middle term is plus. Whatever sign you have for the middle term, keep it for the bigger number out of these two. That means 14 will get as plus. So obviously 1 is plus, so obviously 13 will be minus. So substitute the values here. So I will be left with x square plus 14x minus 13x minus 182 equal to 0. From here, take out x common from the first two terms, x plus 14 minus 13 common in the next two terms. So it will be x plus 14 again equal to 0. From this, we are left with x plus 14 into x minus 13 equal to 0. So equating individually each term. So we are left with x plus 14 equal to 0 and x minus 13 equal to 0. So from this, x is equal to minus 14 and x is equal to 13. We got the two values of x. But the question is, find the two consecutive positive integers. Since it is asked about the positive integers and we took it as positive integers only, therefore x will be considered. The value of x will be 13. So there, hence, the two consecutive positive integers. Two consecutive positive integers are, so one is 13, other one will be 13 plus 1, so that is 14. So therefore these are the two consecutive positive integers. Now let us see the next question. The altitude of a right triangle is 7 centimeters less than its base. If the hypotenuse is 13 centimeters, find the other two sides. Here it is a right angle triangle, hypotenuse is given for us as 13. Altitude of a right triangle is 7 centimeters less than the base. So same thing here, let us assume the base as x. Let the base of the triangle base of the triangle is considered as x centimeters. So altitude of a right triangle is 7 centimeters less than its base. So therefore the altitude will be x minus 7 centimeters less than the base. If the hypotenuse is 13, find the other two sides. Hypotenuse is already we got given for us as 13. So according to the Pythagoras theorem, we know that hypotenuse square is equal to side square plus side square. So for right angle triangle, hence according to the Pythagoras theorem, I can write it as x square plus x minus 7 whole square is equal to 13 square. Now simplify this part. X square plus x square, here a minus b whole square formula. So x square minus 14x plus 49 is equal to 169, 13 square. So here 2x square minus 14x plus 49 and 169 comes to the left, becomes minus 169. So 49 minus 169, that is minus 120 equal to 0. So on taking out 2 common, x square minus 7x minus 60 equal to 0. So our equation will be x square minus 7x minus 60 equal to 0. So now let us simplify this part right now. Again the same thing, factorization. So in this factorization part, multiply first and last term including sign. So I will be left with minus 60x square. Again I have to get the middle term as a 7 when I add or subtract. So let us, the factors will be 12x and 5x. 12 into 5 will be 60, and if you subtract 12 and 5 you will get 7. I want minus 60x square. So out of these two, one will be plus, one will be minus. See the sign of the middle term, that is minus. Keep for the bigger number. So obviously it will be 12. So 12 becomes minus. If it is minus 12x, then this becomes plus. Now substitute here. In the place of 7x, write these two parts. That means what I am going to left with, what I will be left with, x square minus 12x plus 5x minus 60 equal to 0. From this, take out x common from the first two terms. So x minus 12 plus 5 into x minus 12 equal to 0. So I will be left with, take out the bracket terms common here. So x minus 12 into x plus 5 equal to 0. So on equating individually, x minus 12 equal to 0. From this I will be left with x is equal to 12. And when you take the second term, x plus 5 equal to 0. From this x is equal to minus 5. But what are actually x? What is x here? We took the base of the triangle, so it is a side. Side can't be negative. So our value of x, so our base will be x, that is 12 centimeters. Therefore we consider the x as positive value only. Therefore base we got it as 12 centimeters. So and we took initially here altitude is x minus 7. So therefore hence altitude or the height is equal to x minus 7, that is 12 minus 7, that is equal to 5 centimeters. Hence the other two sides of the triangle he asked. So other two sides of the triangle are 12 centimeters and 5 centimeters. So this is what you have to find out. Now coming to the next question, using factorization method or use factorization method to solve the following quadratic equations. The given quadratic equation is 4x square minus 4ax plus of a square minus b square is equal to 0. Where a comma belongs to R, that is real numbers part. So now look after the solution for this again. Given question is 4x square minus 4ax plus a square minus b square is equal to 0. The same thing, we will apply the same method here. Multiply first and last terms. So plus a square, that is a square minus b square will multiply with 4x square. So I will be left with 4 into a square minus b square into x square. So now I have to find out the factors for this. A square minus b square can be written as a plus b into a minus b, and x square obviously will be x and x. So it will be, the factors will be 2 into a plus b into x as one factor and 2 into a minus b into x as other factor. Let us check it out whether it is right or wrong. So 2 into 2 is 4, a plus b into a minus b will be a square minus b square, x into x will be x square. We got the same thing here. And when you add, so 2a plus 2b, 2ax plus 2bx plus 2ax minus 2bx. So when you simplify this part, you will be left with 4ax. Now in this case, you have to observe one thing in this in the factors, this may be positive, this may be negative. So we have to look after, since I want plus here, they both may be positive, both may be negative. So depending upon the sign, we have to take care. So now, since the sign of the middle term is minus, so it will be minus. These two terms will be minus here. So let us, in the place of minus 4x, substitute these two factors. So what will be our equation here? 4x square minus 2 into a plus b into x minus 2 into a minus b into x plus a square minus b square. Write it as a plus b into a minus b equal to 0. Now from the first two terms, take out 2x common. So when I take out 2x common, so I will be left with 2x minus this 2 moves outside. It will be only a plus b. It will be only a plus b here. So when I take out this one, a plus b. So when I take out 2x common. Similarly, from the next two terms, so when you look after the next two terms, I have to take out minus of a minus b common in this. So when I take out minus of a minus b common, so I will be left with 2x, since I took minus common, plus becomes minus, a minus b is outside, so I am left with only a plus b inside with the brackets is equal to 0. Now 2x minus of a plus b is common in the both of the brackets. So finally we are left with here 2x minus of a plus b. If I take out the common one from these two parts, so I got it as 2x minus of a plus b as first one into the remaining one, that is 2x minus of a minus b. 2x minus of a minus b is equal to 0. So equating them individually to equal to 0, I will be left with here is 2x minus of a plus b equal to 0 is the first one, and in this 2x minus of a minus b is equal to 0 here. On simplifying this part, 2x is equal to a plus b. From here, x is equal to a plus b by 2. In the similar manner, 2x minus of a minus b is equal to minus of a minus b is equal to 0. So 2x is equal to a minus b. From here, x is equal to a minus b by 2. So we got the two values of x. Then finally, therefore, the two values of x are a plus b by 2, comma a minus b by 2. So this is how we are going to find out values of x by factorization method. This completes this question. Thank you.